In this module, you will learn about the first settlers and the regions they settled in. Who were the first settlers? Around 10,000 years ago, people living along the banks of the river Narmada were skilled gatherers and hunters who hunted animals and collected fruits and plants from their surrounding areas. They used to move from place to place in search of food and were known as nomads. About 8,000 years ago, people started settling down and formed villages around the Kirtar and Suleiman hills. During that period, they started breeding cattle, goats, and sheep, and growing crops like wheat and barley, thus paving the way for agriculture. Agriculture was also practiced by people who settled in the Garo hills and the Vindhyas. In fact, rice was first cultivated in the regions north of the Vindhyas, as they experienced heavy rainfall. The proof of discovery of agriculture and animal breeding by the early settlers is obtained from 10,000-year-old cave paintings. Studies about the ancient past reveal that about 4,700 years ago, cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa developed along the banks of the river Indus and its tributaries, the Chenab, Ravi, Jhelum, Bias, and Satluj. The cities built during this period were so advanced that they had drainage systems and wells. Later, that is about 2,500 years ago, cities started flourishing along the banks of the Ganga and its tributaries such as the Son and along the sea coasts. The kingdom of Magadha was located to the south of the river Ganga. It was ruled by powerful rulers like Bimbisara, Ajatashatru, and Chandragupta Maurya. In the ancient past, people travelled for reasons such as livelihood, trade and commerce, or to avoid natural disasters such as droughts and floods. How did they travel? They walked or used animals individually or in caravans, which are nothing but processions of animals like mules, camels, or donkeys travelling in a straight line. Or they travelled by ships. Sometimes, people travelled to capture lands. Thus, people from different regions started mingling with each other. This led to the development of new culture and the enrichment of existing culture. The Indian subcontinent is surrounded by natural frontiers like the Himalayas, the Thar Desert, the Bay of Bengal, and the Arabian Sea. But about 2,500 years ago, the Iranians and the Greeks did manage to cross these frontiers and enter India from the northwest. They were familiar with the river Indus and called it the Hindos or the Indos, and the region to the east of the river as India. Thus, the word India has been derived from the name of the river Indus. The other name of India is Bharat, which has been derived from the word Bharata. It was used to refer to the people living in the northwestern part of India and was later adopted for the entire country. You have now reached the end of the module on early settlement. In this module, you learned that the earliest people were hunters and gatherers. They first started settling around the Narmada Valley, the Kirtar and Suleiman hills, the Garo hills, and the Vindhyas. The first known cities, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, date back 4,500 years and were located in the Indus Valley. Magadha was formed 2,500 years ago along the river Ganga. The name India is derived from the river Indus. The land to the east of the river Indus was called India. The name Bharat is adopted from the name of a tribe named Bharata, which lived in the northwest part of India.